Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. It is me, Danielle Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Welcome if you are listening to this via podcast. I'm filming this and recording this, not edited. Okay, it's not live, but it is a pre-recording. Is what I want to say. I feel like my hair is cricket. Anyway, welcome, Cosmic Seekers. Today we are diving into a powerful week of astrology. We're talking about the Gemini full moon and how it's going to affect us emotionally. Will emotions be involved? We shall see. Mercury is going to station direct, meaning that it will stop retrograding. So if you are feeling those headaches, if you are taking over too much and you are, there's some law, we'll discuss that in a minute. And the gossip and the stories, we'll get into that. And Venus is opposing Mars. That's how we are going to start off this week. And there is going to be a celestial showdown, like pew pew. Okay. But that's not all. I am also going to talk about the current events. We're talking about Jayz and his shocking. Is it shocking allegations? The P. Diddy saga continues, as it, of course, it would. We're talking about the death of a UnitedHealthcare CEO and an influencer. Heartbreaking story about an allergy incident. Okay, and of course, I got the horoscopes for the full moon in Gemini to help navigate any type of emotional experiences that we are going to be feeling. So if you are ready to connect the stars above with the stars down below and understand the vibe in the sky, then you are at the right place. Okay, and again, if you did not know, what I do here is I break down the weekly astrology, the transits, and let you know how it's going to affect you currently, some predictions, and how you can handle the transits. Also, I always talk about the current events, whether it's politics, pop culture, and I connect that with astrology. I'm also a tarot reader, like I said earlier, so I will be pulling some cards. If you're listening to this, wherever you can listen to a podcast, I will explain everything that we are looking at visually if you are watching this on YouTube, and I think X also is where this is as well. Okay, so let's get started with our first article. Okay, here we have Jayz and the allegations. Have you guys heard about it? Well, if you haven't, here we go. Oh, wait, I can't hear it. Why can't I hear it? Why can't we hear you? Okay, here we go. Mercury retrograding. Mercury retrograde is acting funny. Hold on. Okay, I got it to work. Here we go. Let's listen to what Jayz has to do. I have to fast forward because I think they play music video. So we're just going to pass that. Wait, hold up. Was there a date? Let me see. Ooh, who's the female celebrity? You know, the streets are talking. Okay, so you get the judge. Okay, so I want to talk about Jayz first and tie it to Astrology, and I'm going to pull up his. First of all, that scared me enough to death. Oh gosh, Mercury retrograde. I know I don't want to blame it all on that, but it is freaking annoying. Okay, so here we are. Here we have Jayz's chart. Okay, I'm going to actually connect it to the current events here. And when this news article came out, this was actually yesterday, actually. So today is the 9th. So we're going to take this to the 8th here. Now, this doesn't have a good rating for as Jayz's birth time, okay? But we think he's born around this time, 12 p.m. And the numbers may not be accurate, like the degrees here. Now, we do know he's a Sagittarius sun. So it would make sense while Mercury's retrograding in the sign Sagittarius that Jayz will be having some issues here, some announcements. And we did come from a Cazimi, and I wonder if the Cazimi was bigger for him and now it's being out to the forefront. But Mercury conjunct his natal sun in Sagittarius is also in his 10th house, according to this chart, which the 10th house is about your career and your public image. Now, Sagittarius, which I've said several times in the past, that Sagittarius represents law. So now we have something involving law out in the public. And whenever there's a Cazimi, because Mercury conjunct the sun and the Cazimi just happened, but Mercury conjunct, so I'm sorry, I shouldn't say Cazimi, but Mercury conjunct the sun is going to highlight some news, or there's going to be some news brought out to the forefront in regarding a Sagittarius theme, which is law. Okay. Sagittarius also is wants it all. Okay. Not saying that that's him. I'm just telling you what Sagittarius also represents. Now, when you have it in a public image, you're talking about public communication, or there's a focus on his reputation, his career, his public image, his reputation. Okay. Now, if I would have saw this before, because I didn't look at Jayz's chart before, I would have knew that this was going to impact them professionally. Conjunctions are good or bad, but they're really strong. And also there is some legal aspects when you're dealing with Sagittarius energy. But maybe because it's retrograding, I think what we'll see is that it's here now, and then when it comes back in reverse and then continues to go further, we may see something. So look around Christmas time. Let's see a repeated or a clarification of something that's happening. I wonder if the case would drop, or the charges would drop, or something will be added to this story. But the story continues, basically, because Mercury is going back and then it's going to come back and finish what it is doing today. Okay. That I pressed pause, and oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I have to figure out how to take that off. That is so annoying. Am I annoyed, or are you guys annoyed? I am annoyed by that. I'm going to see actually how I can take that off now. Is that even possible? Because that is so annoying. I don't even see where it is on here. How did I even do that? Gosh, that is annoying. Okay, there we go. It is off. Now, back to Jayz. Okay, so it's conjunct. As you see here, it's going to also conjunct his Mercury coming forward. And this is going to be very interesting, what we have coming up. And it's going to move fast. Okay, Mercury moves fast. So let's see a little bit after Christmas what else, if there's going to be some other news coming out that we need to know for as the law and what's going on. If I want to say greediness, but being published out into the world, because Sagittarius does represent that too. Yeah, and also too, I want to say that here we have Venus, and as it starts to go back a little bit more around the 13th, And today's the 9th as I am filming this, but around the 13th, it gets a little bit closer to more things dealing with law, which is Venus represents law, and Venus is at 0 degrees in Sagittarius. And also this represents partnership. So this could represent P. Diddy if he had some type of business partnership with P. Diddy. This also could represent Beyonce as well. This also could represent if the female who he is accusing him. This also could represent that. And again, law. Okay. I don't know if I can clarify that. But anytime you have this is legal proceedings. This is something dealing with your public image, something dealing with your career. Also, there could be a reevaluating some associates that is already, I'm sure, happening, but maybe on Beyonce's end too. Now, when I look at to see if something's going to happen with Beyonce, because I know a lot of people are more curious with that, then I look at the 7th house, and the 7th house is dealing with Virgo. Virgo is the ruler of the 7th house, and the ruler of Virgo is Mercury. So Beyonce is affected with this as well. Of course she is, because she is married to him, but I'm thinking that it's not the best. Okay. There's a lot of arguments that's being said, and trust me, it's being said and it's very honest and very blunt. That is what Sagittarius is going to bring. And it makes me think, like, I wonder if this case, from looking at astrology and not having any evidence of whether it's true or not, but Sagittarius deals with the truth. So I wonder if there's some honesty happening with something being said. Okay. Now, maybe the truth will come out that he is not guilty, or maybe the truth will come out that he is guilty. But Sagittarius does represent the truth here. Okay. Now, what else do I see? A lot of things in secret here. This is his 12th house. If he is a Pisces rising and his time, this birth time is correct, we do have Pluto and Venus entering his 12th house. Transformation in relationship, a transformation of ending of relationship, and maybe it will be said through social media or through some type of communication, and that is what Aquarius represents. Yeah, but there's some type of ending dynamic or ending. The 12th house also could represent jail, just so you know, and Pluto in that 12th house, it will be in here for a long time. So there could be some potential jail time for Mr. Sean Combs, P. Diddy, and also, no, Sean Combs. What is Jayz? Sean Carter. Jay-Z's real name. They're both Sean. Isn't that interesting that they're both Sean? Anyway, but this is also conjunct Pluto in that 12th house of secrets. This also is illusions and disillusions and deception is also what that represents. And there could be a huge transformation of power or some healing process that could be happening. And there's some endings with some dissolutions or some secrets, things that are very taboo. 12th house could represent sexuality, not sexuality, but sex too, because that is something that could be a little, this is more taboo energy. You see, he has a lot of planets in the 8th house of taboo. But this is stuff you want to keep in the dark. And so that's why I'm kind of saying taboo, but this also represents things that are taboo. Now you see he has his South node of releasing relationships of things that are taboo in his house. That needs to be released. And I would think that if it is true that he did do something with P. Diddy or something with P. Diddy, there is a releasing here. This also could be that Beyonce is going to release him too. It is the South node and North node always retrogrades, but this will be soon be entering into his 7th house because it retrogrades, it goes backwards. So this will be interesting as the time starts to be more about himself. Interesting. It will be more about himself, and then he will have a North node return coming up. This is going to be, you know what? We're going to be looking at Jay-Z. That's what that means. I'm going to look more into this with Jay-Z. Ooh, we do have Saturn in a Pisces in his 1st house. I'm just doing this all live. I have not looked at his chart at all, but Saturn is about restriction of self, being very serious about himself, having some limits and boundaries. And Pisces does represent all that secrets. So now you're limited with your secret behavior. If this is true, this is what the astrology will be reading. deceptions and secrets, him being secretive, all that. But then this will be coming out when this Neptune enters the second house next year, and we will be starting to see how this is going to involve his money. Makes me think he is going to lose some money or things that he values, and he could be valuing the relationship of some sort. Beyonce or all his relationships are just money and his art. Okay, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be involving himself, secret of the self, illusions of the self, and all his money. Maybe he'll be hiding some money in some secret places. Okay, yeah, but that is what we have for Jay-Z. I'm trying to think, is there anything else happening here? He has Uranus in the third house. Expect some unexpected announcements, communications that are happening. This transit kind of, not this transit, but third house energy always makes me think of fast energy. Is dealing with his community, and this is something that is surprise, shocking, something unexpected with communications. So I think all these things are not things he expected, even though they are expected now because the streets are talking. But it is out of the blue for him, and it is dealing with something he values. Now, when this starts to get out of retrograde and stations direct, there'll be some more clarity in his communication. Even him, I think there were some brewings of him even saying these things out, like arguing with the lawyer. This could be this energy here, moving fast and yeah, not doing his best. But if he is a Pisces rising, Jupiter is his ruler, and whatever Jupiter is doing is going to affect him. So he has some big issues at home. Jupiter is retrograding, a lot of communications of home and safety. He probably doesn't feel the safest, even though we are dealing with the emotions, which is currently the emotions are sitting here. Yeah, he doesn't feel safe. There is emotions involving his home, his past, or something from his past. Yeah, so that is what we have for Jay-Z. Let's look around Christmas, okay, and see. And we'll follow up on Jay-Z and see what we have if there's some further news coming. But Mercury is retrograding on top of his planets here, so it is going to affect him more than others. This Sagittarius energy, because he is a Sagittarius sun. He has a Mercury in Sagittarius. He says he is honest. I remember watching a speech one time in a Venus in Sagittarius. Very interesting. A Venus in Sagittarius is potent. It's at 0 degrees. So his relationships are very important in regards to his career and his public image. Okay. So now let's go into the next story. You know what I realized? I want to pull a card for Mr. P. Diddy. And let's see what we have here for Mr. P. Diddy. No, P. Diddy. Jay-Z. What do we have for Jay-Z? First of all, I want to pull a card and tell us what we need to know about this whole Jay-Z situation. Queen of Cups in reverse. I would think emotionally, there's no compassion for him. What we need to know about Jay-Z is that he is emotionally bothered. Okay, he's not living in his true life of his true expression, his true feelings, into his spirituality, compassion, and love. Okay, he's lacking that a lot. Maybe with Beyonce, maybe within himself, maybe with others, but there's a lot of lack of love and compassion here. Now, is this true? The story here. I mean, this would say yes here, that it is true. And there is a couple, this card is usually very positive, but it makes me think that in regards to relationships, that there is some truth that's going to be coming out. I'm going to pull another card here. Yeah, King of Machetes. This could be representing him, but I'm thinking this represents the truth here. Okay, so yeah, let's see what this brings out. This could take a long time. I actually need to do more of a deep dive of Jay-Z to really break that down, but just breaking it down in front of you guys live and unedited, then that is what I see. We will see something closer, or if we don't see something, something will be said and addressed towards him around December 25th. And when Mercury hits leaves Sagittarius, things will start to clear up for him. But it doesn't mean that it's over. He does have Pluto in that 12th house of secrets, and there's some transformation of power happening, and an ending of power for him that could be coming his way. Yeah. And currently Venus is sitting there. It makes me think that Beyonce is like, no, I'm leaving you officially. Okay. That could be happening. So let's talk about the next story here we have here. And we have, what is this? Here we go. UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson, okay, was attacked and killed. Okay, he is a huge CEO of this healthcare. I think it's an insurance company. Okay, now this video here is just a guy walking before he shoots him, kills him. Unidentified gunman approached UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson from behind Wednesday morning and opened fire outside the New York Hilton Midtown in Manhattan, then vanished into the streets of Big Apple, prompting a large-scale manhunt. They haven't caught the guy yet. Let me see. As police retrace the suspect's assassin steps in the hunt for a killer, his timeline is now broken down. Here's his timeline, just so you know. This is part of the story. Okay, this is not even the big part. The big part of the story is this one here, actually. Let me see if I can bring this up. I'm not. Okay, so you get the gist. The people were not happy. They were not caring that he passed away. Okay, so I don't have his birth time or anything. I'm just going to tell you the vibe in the sky in regards to this. Okay, Mars is at 6 degrees currently, and it's in the 6 degrees is a Virgo degree. Okay, and when you look at, actually, let me pull the chart up here so you guys can see this. And hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some boom in it. I'll put some boom in it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me just show you this actually by Jayz, and we are going to talk about now. Okay. So currently, where is my Mars? Mars is retrograding. Okay. But I think at the time when the shooting happened, it wasn't retrograding because it said Wednesday. Okay. So I don't think it was retrograding, but it's at 6 degrees. 6 degrees is a Virgo degree. A Virgo represents your health. Okay. So we have this. It governs, your profession, your job, health, okay, and service, and being service of others. Now, Mars is the planet of war, conflict. So now there is a conflict in regarding someone's health, or a conflict in regarding of someone being of service of others, right? At the same time, Mars for a good minute has been opposing Pluto. Pluto is power. Okay, power in a group. I would think of this healthcare situation. Pluto also represents death, and it represents transformation. Now, Aquarius could be the reason why people are speaking up. Now the power has transferred. Not only did you pass away, but now the power has transferred into communication. And now you have all these people from all over coming together as a collective, which represents Aquarius energy too, and speaking on what is going on. Now, I'm not sure if this was not predicted, that's not the word. I'm not sure if this was a setup. Okay. So we'll get into that. But let me first say that Mercury is the ruler of Virgo energy, right? And Mercury is also retrograding in Sagittarius. And again, Sagittarius is about the truth, and it's also about law and having some justice, even though that's more of a Venus energy, but it wants fairness, Sagittarius energy. Yeah, but Mercury is going to communicate and discuss the health in ways that are very unpleasant. Someone just died. I don't mean to laugh, but someone just died and no one cares. They're like, no, we're gonna be honest, okay? This is what's happening here. Now, also too, Mercury is was just finished having that Kazemi of some enlightenment and some clarity, and now I still feel like it's still in that judge, it's still in that energy. That's why I keep saying Kazemi here. But yeah, but it is sitting somewhat close to the sun. 10 degrees is sitting close to the sun, so you still have this. Everyone, look at me. Everyone, pay attention. Shine a light onto this energy here, okay, which is this CEO leader, but a leader, CEO of this insurance company, but no one cares about his death. They actually care about, wait a minute, the insurance was shady, so we don't even care about his death, okay? Now, the lack of compassion that people will have will be more of this Pisces energy. And I wonder what if I looked on his personal chart, what that will be aligned with. But Uranus is expected, unexpected death. Neptune is more of the secret of the death, okay? Neptune represents hidden secrets, enemies, illusions, deceptions. Now, if you're talking about Saturn in Pisces, because Neptune and Pisces are the same thing and it's very strong together. But that Pisces energy is what's going to give us the restriction or the authority of a company or institution of some sort that has some deceptions and has some secrets, and it's not trusted. Okay. Yeah, that is what that Saturn in Pisces is giving us, and the seriousness and the coldness of a death too. Also, is that Saturn in Pisces, okay? Also, this Saturn in Pisces could represent hospitals, and you have that insurance and you're dependent on this energy here. Maybe that's more codependent, is more Venus kind of energy, but there is some dependency here. Now, this is Uranus is in a sign Taurus, which can give us this energy of dependent, but also what you value, and a lot of communication and what we value, and that is retrograding too. So it's a lot of things going on currently in the sky. You do have this planet retrograding, this one retrograding, this one retrograding, this one retrograding. Jupiter in Gemini is going to give us the news, and it's retrograding, and things are moving fast and being said, okay? I want to just go back to Saturn. It represents structure, discipline, and responsibility. So the power structures, the structure and the power, and was it responsible, is an illusion. That is something. Now, also too, Saturn represents our karma. Okay, it is referred to the Lord of Karma, and in Pisces, it can manifest some karmic reckonings. I just want you to be aware. So the CEO may have faced some consequences tied to some past actions or decisions or some ethical issues, and now it's like, okay, here's to see the light. Okay, but that is what we have with that. And I just want you guys to know the current vibe in the sky. This Mars opposing Pluto is bringing some energy out here that we can see, and it continues to see when we especially speak of the next story. But Mercury retrograding in Sagittarius is affecting a lot of things in regard to health, in regards to truth, in regards to law, and it's giving us big stories. Okay. Now, also, I just want you to understand that Pisces energy is working very strong. Very strong. It continues to work strong. Now, these planets will be going into Aries. So that means if the Pisces energy is strong, wait until the Aries energy gets strong too. And then when this planet enters 29 degrees, which I'll talk about this a little bit stronger as we get into that, but when it enters 29 degrees, that means it's going to be very potent. So all these illusions and these conspiracy theories, get ready. That happens around March. Let me see if it happens. Yeah, it happens around March of 2025. Get ready for the deceptions and the secrets. It's got to close up. What are things that are hidden that's very foggy and it's causing confusion and deception and illusions and secrets and dishonesty, lies? All that is going to come to its head here around 2025, and it's going to combust, close a lot of chapters here, and start a new one of some new fiery energy. Okay, so get ready for that as we get into that. Now, I want to talk about this influencer here. Hold up. If you guys also have, if you have any questions with any of the stories, or you need more information for us astrology, then I'll break that down. Actually, let me pull a card here for this last story with the CEO. Well, ask two questions. First of all, was the CEO shady? Okay. Yeah, giving a lot of heartbreaks. The thing that was said about the honesty, because this represents communication and trust, this represents heartbreak, but it's in reverse. So no one's hurt that what he's done, and no one is shocked that he is dead, is what I meant. There's no heartbreak in that. Was there dishonesty? Yes. Anytime the swords are in reverse, there's no honesty, there's no truth here. Was it planned? We have the Queen of Machetes. Usually I would think the Queen of Machetes in reverse is, but maybe in reverse. Reverse to me always comes in the energy of not being in the true lightment of how things should be. So if someone is killing someone, there was a shady plan happening. So this was calculated, this was planned according to the tarot. Okay. Let's see if the truth will come to the light of who's in charge of this, or how this, who will be involved. Because I just don't see a bunch of people who are insured coming together to kill. This is something bigger. Okay. Yes. So that is what we have with that. With that story. Now we are going to go to the next story. This is the last story here. Tragic death of a 34-year-old Disney influencer raises the alarm about dangers of living with food allergies. So we have this influencer. Her name was Dominique Brown, who co-founded Black Girl Disney. Ooh, at the Moana 2 premiere last month in Los Angeles, Disney influencer and co-founder of Black Girl Disney, Dominique Brown, died at a holiday gathering last week after suffering a medical emergency, according to the official statement from the event host, pop culture retail company Box Lunch. Now, if they sell food, people are not going to buy it. On an ongoing investigation by the company, some social media outlets and influencers are specifying that Brown, 34, died of anaphylactic reaction after unknowingly ingesting food that she was allergic to, possibly peanuts, despite what many allege were warnings given by Brown to the staff. Now, I am very, I'm a mother, and there are so many kids at my kids' school who have peanut allergies, and they are as kids, very aware of their peanut allergies. So when I used to offer them anything, or a treat or a cupcake or anything, they would say, "Are there peanuts in here?" And then if I said I didn't know, they wouldn't even eat it. I mean, you're talking about sugar, okay? So they're very aware of that as kids. So I'm pretty sure that this grown woman was aware of her diet issues and what she could not have in restriction to her diet. So I'm pretty sure she told the restaurant and questioned everything. Because she immediately has the peanuts and died, okay? After 911 was called, a People reporter witnessed Brown receive CPR at the event, which took place at Sabian, Los Angeles. Let me see. Okay. So let me just tell you, I think they said they had no comment. The Bunch Locks and Vibibian have not responded to Fortune's request for comment. Okay. That is what we have. Let me break this down astrologically real quick. And let's go to now. Okay. Now this event happened, they said last Wednesday, I think. Let me see. When is the date? December 9th? That's today. So it can happen today. Hold up. Let me see. Okay, I'm just going to tell December 5th. Okay, I'm like, how can I not have this in my notes? Okay, so this happened December 5th. Ooh, look at this. There's a Kazemi here. So big announcement every time that Mercury is conjunct the sun. There is a aha moment, a clarity, a big announcement of some sort. And here we have this big story that came out this day. And I don't have her personal chart, but I'm sure this has affected her. I wonder if like something was right on her. This is the house of, remember I told you this is about health, and I'm not even looking at the fixed stars here. Okay. But When you're talking about sensitivity of things and like an allergy of some sort, I would think like Neptune. I'm not an health astrologer. That's not my realm. But if I had to poke my theories on some things, I would think that Neptune would be involved. Now, I've already had said several times in my prediction videos that Mars in the sign Leo and a planet retrograding, even though it wasn't retrograding yet, but the stories of what's going on currently now, it's currently retrograding. And this is Leo's all about the influencer. Okay. This is about the influencer and Uranus. I find that Uranus has a lot of influencers and social media aspects of people with these two planets. Now, when you're talking about your health and what you're sensitive to, you're dealing with Neptune. And again, here comes Neptune in Pisces coming into the conversation. Okay. It's about what you're vulnerable from, what makes you sensitive, or what triggers you. And also this could be dealing with chemicals or some like food sensitivities here. Sensitive is what Neptune represents. Neptune in Pisces. And I wonder if she has this planet in the second house in her chart. Also, that Mars can is like your sudden allergic reaction. Okay. And Uranus is also expected unexpected too. But these two things, I think this one is the big one here. That is what hit her situation. But I do want you to know, because we have this planet retrograding, okay, and it's going to be retrograding all the way into, actually I have dates here. Let me show you the dates, because this is not just going to affect her. This is affecting a lot of people and a lot of social media people. It's going to affect a lot of leaders. It's going to affect a lot of social media leaders, celebrities, and children. Okay, here is Mercury retrograding dates. It's going to retrograde and enter Cancer. So that's going to leave the celebrities and leave the romance and leave the leaders and leave, except for Trump, he has Cancer placements, but leave the leaders and the children, and go into the women and the mothers and the home and your safety and your past. Those things will all be a big deal when Mars re-enters Cancer. Okay, and it retrogrades. It's going to go direct February 23rd of 2025. Can't wait till that happens. I mean, but you know, the sky is the sky. What do you expect? Now, I want you guys, if you're enjoying what you're listening to, if you enjoy what you're watching so far. Oh, first, let me pull a card. Hold on. What do we have for this? Oh, the celebration. This is usually like a party, a celebration, and it's like the celebration is over, the party is over. You know, this makes me think that influencers, when they're out at these parties, they need to stop thinking like it's all fun, that this is all, even us as a collective, when we're watching these influencers going to these events, it's about business. This is not about support. People are not supporting you. This is all about strictly business. Okay. And this is going to start opening some doors for compassion, far as people and their jobs and their work and their bodies and their health, and their restrictions, and the businesses and how they are treating people. It makes me think this is first of all Disney's second situation with allergies. Let me pull a card on that. There's something that's not brought to the light here in regard to Disney's, and people need to be, everyone needs to focus on Disney. Okay. Because this is the second time that there has been an allergy in regards to Disney. And I don't know if this was a Disney event, but why would they bring up Black Disney and Moana opening? So there's something there. Anyway, but the lack of support and lack of compassion that people have, that's going to start coming to the forefront in regards to people's health and love of self and diet. Okay. Yeah. So that's what we have for that. If you have any questions on that, just please feel free to ask. Now, I wanted to say, if you guys are enjoying this, please subscribe, like, and comment. If you really, really enjoy this, why don't you put a rainbow down below? I love rainbows. Okay. And in regards to if you're a gay, lesbian, who cares about all that? I'm not saying to disrespect that. I'm just saying a rainbow is a rainbow. It is God's blessing. So go ahead and put a rainbow down below, because I have a Mars and a Venus in Gemini, and that just means a multiple of colors. Okay. Love the looks of butterflies. My room is multicolored. I love rainbows. So go ahead and put a rainbow emoji. If you're like, I can't put an emoji down, I'm looking this on a device that doesn't have an emoji, write love. Love your videos. Just comment if you have any questions, okay? And if you are listening to this via podcast, or if you're like on YouTube and you want to watch this, listen to this on podcast. The name of my podcast is Astro Tarot Insights. Yeah. Also, yeah, I think that's do I have any other plugs here? Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up, let me see. I feel like since the holidays, I've been a little off far as work. Been vacationing. My brain has been somewhere else. But yeah, you guys check out this commercial, our sponsor, and then we'll get into the weekly transit. Hello there, my beautiful souls. I am Danielle Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Are you ready to take your spiritual journey to the next level? Introducing Danielle's Astro Tarot Elite Club, your exclusive getaway to daily insights, cosmic guidance, and so much more for just $4.99 a month. As a member, you'll receive daily readings designed to align your day with the universe's energy. Start each day with clarity and confidence. Do you need a personal reading, or do you want to have your astrology chart read fully? With being a member, you also can enjoy exclusive discounts on all my offerings just for our elite members only, all for just $4.99 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee. Join Danielle's Astro Tarot Elite Club today and elevate your spiritual path. Okay, so we are going to bring up the chart and talk about the weekly transits. Here are the dates. If you are listening or whatever, today's December 9th, okay? And first we have, I didn't write this down, but I did talk about this last week. Venus is going to sextile the North Node. We'll talk about that briefly. December 12th, Venus is going to oppose Mars. That's a big one, okay? Venus is also going to sextile the North Node. I spelled it funny. One of my notes here. December 15th, we got the full moon in Gemini. This is why you're here. Get ready. Mercury is going to station direct on December 15th, too. So we got some blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Isn't that a song? Anyway, but first, let me just tell you, December 9th here, we have Venus sextile the North Node in Aries. Now, if you want the support, you're going to have to do the work. But there will be support coming your way in regards of things that you need to achieve in this lifetime, doing something bold, doing something for yourself, doing something in regards to something new, okay? The support is there, and especially support in social media, especially support that's out of the box and unique, especially support and love in regards to communication, okay? Intellectually, there is support, or with a friend or a group. Now, this is very positive if you do the work. If you don't do the work, then, just go about. If you want to just lay there on a couch today, no one's going to help you, okay? But God put this energy out there, so I want to put that out there for you guys to know. Also, how is this Pluto conjunct Venus? Is there a transformation in relationship? Is there intensity with your relationships, or intensity with your partnerships, or intensity with your aesthetics? Oh my gosh, you guys. Yes, I've been more intense on my looks. I've been thinking like, Danielle, stop wearing the wigs. Have power in your true expression. Imagine if I just take the wig off now. I would not do that. But yes, but just the thought process and having a change in my mentality of how I used to wear my hair in the 90s. When I was in college, towards the end of the 90s, I have locks, and I never did my baby hair. Okay. And I love the new growth and the roughness of the look. Interesting. But that just is. I always think like, how is this affecting me? It's all about me. But yeah, but let me know how this transit is affecting you guys. Now, but if we go on to December 12th here, we have Venus. Let me actually change this here. Venus is opposing Mars, retrograding in the sign Leo. So this is about the women versus the men, okay? That could be a thing. Venus in Aquarius is all about valuing your independence, your intellectual connection, being different, expressing yourself in a very different way, which it was funny because that is what my friend told me. the other day. Well, she told me this today, explaining how I looked the other day. I'm sorry, I am translating a transit for yourself and also translating it for myself as well. She told me that I look unique. I live in LA. A lot of people don't wear their hair natural in LA. I went to a whole Black event, and there were a lot of natural hair people there, but for some reason she thought I was different in a very powerful way. Anyway, but that was Venus conjunct Pluto. But back to what we're saying, this Venus now is opposing Pluto. And when you have Venus in Aquarius, this intellectual connection and this intellectual peace and balance and being different and having harmony and balance with that. And yeah, innovative relationships is what you have when you have Venus in the sign Aquarius. Now, when it's opposing Mars in Leo, while it's retrograding, okay, there is passion here. There is boldness. There's courageous. There's someone, look at me, I'm on stage. A lot of conflict energy. And these things are in opposition. The intellect versus the passion. Okay, so relationship dynamics could be an issue. This is definitely can be an issue with everyone. Okay, misunderstandings, how to love, how to have affection, your energy, it may be feeling low. That could be causing a problem for us, your aesthetics and your looks and your harmony. Okay, clashes and aligning with things. There's misalignment here because you're in opposition. You can't see eye to eye, and there's no middle ground here. Venus wants to be in harmony and balance, and there is no balance when it comes to the masculine energy. Even being creative could be an issue. There could be someone who's trying to start a conflict or trying to, I don't want to say restrict, that's not the word, that is a Saturn word. Someone who is just trying to tell you what to do and control you, more of that Leo fixed energy in how you are creatively. So there's tensions with creative energy. Be aware of that. Now, Mars retrograding, it's about slowing down, it's about reflecting, it's about re-examining. It's going to highlight some unresolved conflicts or dynamics that you are dealing with, and you have to redo it because it's like, hold on, God said you didn't fix it, so let's redo and repeat the steps. And there could be some issues happening far as the feminine energy, far as women in a team, far as the support group, far as your aesthetics and your peace and your harmony. So all that could be a thing. Okay, so you could be feeling torn between your head, that is very Aquarius energy, and your heart. That could be an issue. Okay, relationship struggles, freedom versus everyone look at me attention, or love versus creativity, or idealism versus your passion. Internal tension could be an issue too. It's like you asserting your needs, or you versus like you wanting to be with someone. Okay, because that Venus is a little like, I want to be in a relationship, in an intellectual relationship, or maybe the group in the relationship versus really being your true self and expressing yourself. That could be a thing. Okay, just learn to balance between your independence and your emotional connection. Have some creative breakthroughs. You know, Aquarius is all about being different and being out of the box, and Mars is going to be very bold. It may be out of line because it's retrograding, it may be causing some conflict, but maybe it's because you need to have an awakening. So try to assert yourself, but in a very nice, gentle, loving way. Leo energy is very charming, and it is very generous, and it is love. So try not to be fixated in controlling someone. Instead, why don't you try to express it out of love? Okay, deepen your self-awareness, deepen awareness of love around you and what you value, and then it will ignite some positive energy. Okay, so find a balance and reflect on your desires, and that should help. Let me see what else we have. Venus is also going to sextile the North Node. And this is what I was talking about earlier. So harmonious, independent, opportunities for growth in relationships, opportunities for growth with creativity, opportunities for growth with yourself and your relationships of your intellectual self, support with your destiny and your focused decisions. Okay, Venus sextile the North Node offers meaningful guidance towards the people, projects, and situations that is aligning you for your personal higher self or something new. Okay, just this is time for manifestation today. Okay, and this is going to go on for a few days, but manifest that. Okay, really work on it. Let me see what else we have here. On the 15th, we're going to talk about this full moon. Actually, let me bring the chart back up, and let me actually go directly to the full moon. Okay, so here we have this full moon in Gemini, okay? And at first I'm going to talk about the Sabian symbol, which is we look at this degree and you see that it's 23 degrees and a little bit of chump change. This is a little chump change. So what we're going to do is round it up. So we're going to go to 24 degrees. Sabian symbol is a book that talks about all the symbols. I don't have the book with me. Do I? Here is the book, okay? We have to move a lot of things around because of Christmas. If you didn't know, my husband has a Venus in Sagittarius, so there's a lot of Christmas decor. And when you have the Christmas decor, furniture and stuff has to be moved over because there is a huge giant tree. Okay, and Christmas presents. Okay, so anyway, back to what I was saying. So we're going to look at Gemini 24 degrees in Gemini, and it is talking about children skating on ice. And the key word is fun. Ooh, who loves that? Okay. Adventures and experience. The symbol speaks to excitement and the heightened anticipation of enjoyment and ever present danger of neglecting or failing or properly maintaining foundations. Oh, having too much fun. It also speaks to the need to be ready and prepared to handle all unexpected demands that may arise. The image of children skating on ice is the dramatizing the spirit of realities of skating on thin ice or the hazards present in any risky situation. The emphasis is in the symbol is on having clearly established goals and recognizing that every success is merely a stepping stone to greater achievement. On a practical level, this means never surrendering to things as fine as is, level or complacency, or succumbing to delusions of adequacy. So don't just think everything's fine. Everything's going to be a challenge. This is life. It's going to bring you adversity. Okay. You're in it for the fun. However, everything is a learning lesson. Everything's a challenge. Everything's a stepping stone. Okay. The positive is at its highest, the symbol represents joy of self discovery through endless adventure. And what comes with adventure? Challenges. Okay. The negative is thrill seeking and inability to sense real danger. Be aware of the real danger, you guys, with this full moon in Gemini. Now, I'm going to talk about the full moon in Gemini, but the degrees is what makes this full moon in Gemini different from the last full moon in Gemini. Okay. What else do we have? Proceed with caution. There could be hidden dangers in some adventure. Be prepared for unexpected danger, hazard, thrill seeking, risk, fun, adventure, escapade, excitement, and oblivious. Okay. That is what we have for the Sabian symbol. Just be aware of the risk and have some awareness when it comes to this Gemini full moon. And what does the Gemini full moon represent? It represents communication. It represents adaptability. It represents expression, logic, and intuition, because the moon represents your intuition, and the Gemini represents the logic, right? Navigating through confusion. Anytime we have this full moon, well, with this full moon, we also have in squaring Neptune. I'm going to get into that. But before I get into that, that is the aspect we have there. And let me actually show you this in a chart. Here's the full moon. It's not sitting in the best aspect with Neptune. Again, here comes Neptune in Pisces. It is like I'm here and I'm strong. Okay. So be aware of that. But with this full moon, there is Gemini energy, and Gemini is about communication, being adaptable, having your hands in everything. Okay. Just like all the little details, focus on the details, focus on words, focus on writing, focus on emails, focus on messaging. Also, it's dealing with your hands. Now, when you have it under the moon, you're dealing with things of emotions, you're dealing with things of security, you're dealing with things of mom and past. Okay, so communications from the past, communications that are very emotional. Okay, Gemini is also a very social energy, so it loves to socialize, and now there's emotions added to this. Now, when there's a full moon, there could be an enlightenment that could be happening, an aha, wow, I am aware now. That could be happening at the same time. There could be an opposition from the man. Okay, female versus a man. Okay, wife versus husband. mom versus dad, okay? Men versus women. That is what this energy is. Every time there's a full moon, that could be happening, okay? Again, an opposition or a challenge between your emotions and your ego, your physical energy versus your internal energy, what people see on the outside, but what's really going on in the inside. All of that could be happening, and you're talking about the small details versus the bigger picture, okay? The very adventurous, worldly energy versus your small community, okay? So that is what you have with this. And then at the same time, it's squaring Neptune. Neptune is the planet of Delulu. Delulu. It's also the insecurity energy. Okay. So when you have this planet squaring that, then you get deceptions, illusions, heightened sensitivity. Creativity could be feeling like it's not the best here. Okay. This is the intuition planet too. So the intuition could be deceptive here. Your intuition is not really working, or maybe you are escaping and there's escapism and you're not dealing with what is happening in the reality. That could be happening, okay? It's not working best with the bigger world, with the world travel, with the adventures, and it's not working best with your community and your siblings, and how your ideologies and your religion and versus the details of things, okay? So be aware for that. On the individual level, it could be difficulty making some decisions because your feelings are torn between your logic and your intuition. There could be some misunderstandings in regarding your communication or a tendency to overanalyze vague expressions. Dreams, okay? Dreams could be very deceptive, or maybe your dreams are trying to tell you something. You're not quite listening to them, and so you rather just escape and avoid the feelings of things, okay? Far as relationship, on a relationship level, again, communications could be happening on a big level, okay? Spiritual communications, spiritual interpretations, compassion. There could be a lack of compassion, and it's causing some challenge here. That could be happening for far as relationship. Now, far as the collective, media, the news, public, communication across the board. So like the bloggers, the broadcasters, the podcasters, they could be giving you some misinformation during a full moon. Be aware of that. I feel like that is the biggest thing. I should have started there, okay? With this square, the delulu and the disillusion, if there's any news out there that day, anything that's being said, let's remember as a collective to ignore it. Let's be like, no, okay? Not trusting it, because the full moon is squaring Neptune and Pisces. So there's some cloudiness happening. You guys are trying to keep it secret, okay? Yeah, but there could be some heightened sensitivity, and it could be overly sensitive. People could be overly sensitive. So let's just put something, let's use an example. Let's say the news came out and said Trump is having a baby. I'm giving a random example, okay? Trump is having a baby. He is going to deliver a baby. He's not having a baby. He's got someone else pregnant, okay? Now it's like, what? Oh, I knew it. Lack of compassion. No compassion for the baby mama or whatever. I don't know. This is just an example, okay? And now people are believing it. They are deceived, and there's no compassion towards the person who's pregnant. That could be, okay? Just giving you that. Now, I do want you to know, are just highly sensitive. Like, how dare he get someone pregnant and he's anti-abortion? You get what I'm saying? Like, something like that. I don't know. That's not even a good example, but I hope you get the gist of what I'm saying. Okay. Now, I do also want you to see that not only are we squaring this, but we have this conjunction of Jupiter here. It's sitting kind of close, not too close, but it is sitting close. And then we also have it opposing the sun, okay? Anytime Jupiter is involved, there's expansion. There is good luck. This is also dealing with Trump. Speaking of Trump, this is what got him to win the presidency, right? But let's see what, I still stand by my words. Actually, I was about to say, let's go look at Trump, but let me stay focused in y'all. Let me just tell you about this conjunction or this involvement of Jupiter. Things get heightened, things get bigger. There is some emotional energy connected with intellectual energy and higher learning and higher communication are things being published out in the world, okay? People could be feeling really optimistic about a certain situation, and because Jupiter is very positive. However, it overdoes things. It overshares, it overcommits, overdoing too much. Okay, so all that could be happening during this emotional time while there is some secrets and delusions happening. Okay. For us collectively, big conversations, huge ideas, social issues on a philosophical level could be happening. Again, media, the news, the stories, all that could be happening. Now, let me just look at Trump real quick and see how this is affecting him. Real quick, we have Jupiter is still sitting on unexpected things with him. This also could be like social media, all that. Social media is still bringing him the best of luck, even though it's retrograding. It's going to come back and redo all this stuff. Now, far as this Mars here, I was thinking that this is something that's going to affect him. It's getting closer. It was close. Let me put now. Actually, oh, we're looking at the full moon. Let me exit that. Let me delete this one. Sorry. I'm so used to just moving it. I'm still thinking, like, is there something going on? I'm not following Trump in the news. I need to see what's going on here. But I thought this would be bigger. But let's see how this continues. Now, then Mars is going to go over here and we won't see it. It's going to go into the secrets of things. And there's some big power struggles here. But I don't know. We may not see what's going on here. And I wanted to see it before it gets there. But let's see if this transformation of power, how this is going to work out for Trump still. Okay. Now, back to the full moon. Let's talk about horoscopes. And I'm going to do this faster than ever. Okay. Because I'm good at what I do. Okay. Now I'm going to sit here and grab my cards. And we are going to do the horoscopes of this full moon. And I do suggest that you look at your sun, moon, and rising for your full moon, especially look at your moon sign. But go ahead and check out your rising because it's going to be more accurate. Check out your sun sign because then that's going to give you what you're going to be dealing with physically and outwardly. Okay. Now, first, we're going to start with Aries. Aries, this is going to happen. The full moon is happening in your third house. The third house is all about communication. It's everything that I was basically discussing, Aries. So you can just pay attention to the video that I said. Could be dealing with something emotionally with your siblings, your community. Something dealing with writing and communication. If you are writing a book, definitely something with that. You're looking at higher ground. Okay, you're looking at higher ground here. Actually, I feel like I need to turn my lights on. Hold on. Okay, so you're preparing for something and you're looking for higher ground. You already done a research and now you're like, it's time to move on. And maybe there's something that is going to be said or something done with siblings or something dealing with travel, okay, emotionally. Now, that is what I have for you guys. I will see you next time. Bye. Taurus, this is full moon is happening in your second house, okay? The second house is about your finances here. So there's could be some milestones happening here or something that's very enlightened or dealing with emotions of what you value or what you deem valuable, and it's communicated, or there's an argument of some sort, or there's deception, okay, happening here. Okay, actually, let me see. Yeah, there could be something dealing with some friendships or a group of some sort or something dealing with the future and finances, and there's some cloudy judgment there, okay? Now we have the Queen of Brooms, okay? So there could be some conflict, but you need to be strong and stay true to your convictions and what you truly believe, okay? I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, Geminis, this is happening in your first house, okay? First house is all about yourself, of course, Gemini risings, right? And when it's about yourself, it's about maybe there's some emotional energy about yourself or your looks or your aesthetic. And or maybe there needs to be some self-reflection happening in regards to your relationships and how you are with your relationships, or you not getting along, you versus your relationships could be happening, right? It's squaring Neptune in that 10th house of work and career, your public. There's some deception or secrets there in regards to your emotions and your ego, and it's challenging yourself. Okay, now let's see what card we have here. We have the King of Cups. You are emotionally intelligent. Okay, the psychic energy, the intuition is what you need to tap into, Geminis, and it will work for you, especially with that moon in the first house. All right, I will see you guys next time. Also, pay attention to your dreams. All right, bye. Okay, Cancers, this is happening in your 12th house, this full moon, okay? And a full moon in the 12th house is all about solitude, self, needing to recharge, needing to focus on your self care and your emotional healing, okay? Neptune is in that ninth house, is with your higher philosophies, adventures, and it's giving you some challenges. Like if you are traveling, there's some challenges here. It's affecting you, and you need to just be alone and be by yourself. Or maybe there's something in regards to religion and there's some deception with a religious leader of some sort. Okay, it looks like there's two stories to this here, and you can't quite see what's going on. Also, it could be that you're stuck. You're like, I can't decide what's going on. This is when you want to tap into your intuition, and your intuition will tell you. So first thing that you're like, but this is really the truth. This is what I really feel. That's the honesty, and it will help you guide you between these the stuck situation you have going on. All right. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Leos, on this Gemini full moon, it is happening in your 11th house. 11th house is all about socializing, groups, your future, technology. Could be astrology too here, okay? But there is social emotions here, or sensitivity happening with a friendship or a group of some sort, and it's not really working with your self-expression, your true self, or your relationship, or like a romance relationship, okay? Now, there is a challenge here in the taboo area, or something of the secret, or something of a past, or like a death of some sort, or an ending, a death of some sort that's giving a rebirth, maybe this is psychological healing, but there is some challenge with that aspect, okay? So it's almost like you are in a group, and the group is like a social network of some sort, or a social group, and they're really affecting your emotions, and they're communicating some negative things, and this negative things is really affecting who you truly are. And at the same time, there is some transition that needs to happen, and it's like you want to transition, but there's a challenge here, or you can't quite see why the transitioning isn't happening for you. Okay, now the card we have is the 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles in reverse here. This is usually self-made energy, and it's like you're not making it yourself. You're not being the boss that you truly are to help you get the tangible results that you want. Leos, that's so unbecoming of you. Okay, yeah, really focus on your true self and aspiring of focus on that sun. Okay, in that 5th house. Okay, really focus on your true expression and who you really are. Okay, I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, Virgo. So full moon is happening in your 10th house. This is emotions about your career advancements, your public image, and you being on stage. There's some emotions involved there versus home and your safety, or something of the past. Now, in regards to relationships or your partnership, it could be a business partner of some sort, or something with aesthetics or art. There is a challenge here. Let me pull a card. We have the 9 of Brooms. This is someone who's not waiting and not persevering, and maybe this is something you can't wait on. Let me pull a clarification card here. Oh, yeah, you should wait on it, okay? You're too much in a rush, and you need to focus on the small details of things, okay? That is come on, Virgos, get with it. That is such a Virgo thing to do, is pay attention to the details. Step away from the limelight. Step away from what everyone is looking at, because you're on stage, and focus on details and perfecting your craft, okay? I will see you next time. Bye. Libras, this full moon is happening in your 9th house. 9th house is all about the world and adventure and higher learning and religion. Okay, could be dealing with some law here. Okay, shifts in life direction. Maybe there's some personal growth here, and it's affecting your emotions. It's an opposition of the smaller world, your community and your siblings, or maybe some type of early education of something. Early education versus higher education. And there's some deceptions in regards to your work or coworker, or in regards to some organization skills at home, or maybe even a pet. There's some challenge here, and it's quite deceitful. This is nothing new. You've done this before. Again, this is nothing new. You've done this before. This should be very familiar for you. So you already know the lesson at hand that you need to do. All right. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Scorpio. So full moon is happening in your 8th house. Ooh, enlightenment of healing yourself, or enlightenment of a rebirth of some sort, of like a cleanse of something. Okay. and it's not really aligning with your money, your finances, or what you value. This could be something emotional, and there's some communications happening in regards to an inheritance or like some shared income you have with a spouse or loved one. This also could be dealing with some intimacy and some deep connections with intimacy, okay? And it's challenging what you truly value. There is some deception, some illusion, something you can't quite see within a romance department. It's like a blockage of some sort. Also, there could be a challenge in regards to a child or children, or your true expression. It's like people can't really see your true expression. We have the Hangman, and it's in reverse. People can see this Neptune energy is going to be bigger than what it is. The Neptune is in your fifth house, and this challenge in your fifth house of deception and delusion is being big, is being brought to the table. When it's not in reverse, it's like someone who's not using their intuition. This is someone who's not connected to their spirituality. This is someone who's not very compassionate, and you need to work on those things, okay? Intuition, creativity, compassion, and love of self, okay? I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, Sagittarius. Hello, all my Sagittarius risings, suns, and moons. This is happening. The full moon is happening in your seventh house, and the challenge, not just opposition, challenge of self, you versus a loved one. Okay, I'm speaking from personal experience. I'm a Sagittarius rising, but there's some deceptions within your home or your past or your safety or your mom. Be aware of that challenge that could be happening for you, and it's emotional. And the seventh house could not just be about aesthetics and a loved one, but it could be a business partner and decisions in a collaboration of some sort or something with art. Maybe you feel like there is a creative block that could be happening for you. Fourth house, Neptune in that fourth house is deceptions or illusions or some secrets or some endings in regards to your past that could be happening and could be a challenge for you. All right. Let me pull a card for you, Sagittarius. We have the Three of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. When we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, every time I think the cards are in reverse, and then I flip it over, it's still in reverse. Okay, Three of Pentacles in reverse is someone who is working together, but you're not working together. You need to work with your partner. Okay, you need to collab. This is someone who's not collabing. So there needs to be a collaboration of some sorts. Okay. Compromise. I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, Capricorns, this full moon is happening in your sixth house. And when it happens in your sixth house, there is some emotions in regards to your personal work, your day-to-day routines, your health. Could be some like you just received some bad news in regard to your health, versus like you being hospitalized or an ending of some sort or some delusions. A lot of illusions could be happening for you, especially when it comes to communication. There's a challenge there. There are secrets there. Siblings could be involved with this delusions of communication, maybe ending a relationship with a sibling, and then it's affecting you somehow in regards to your work and your day-to-day habits or your health, and also making you feel like you are restricted or hospitalized of some sort. Okay. The opposition, the sun is in the 12th house. The sun is not liking the 12th house because the 12th house is hidden and the sun likes to be bright and out in the open. But the sun in the 12th house is all about being by yourself and having a lot of reflection and self-reflection and being very spiritual and tapping into your intuition. Your intuition needs to be communicated. It's not being communicated. It's being blocked. Okay. Especially in regards to your, any way of communication and with your siblings or within your community or with a neighbor of some sort. And then it's not working with your day-to-day habits. It's like someone needs to take the time in the morning and tap into the intuition first, or write down your dreams, or take some time to really put it within your routine to tap into spirituality and connect with God. Okay. That is what we have for you, Capricorns. Let me see what else we have. Page of Brooms. Okay. This is someone who's going to be bold and start something, being very courageous and start being really passionate about your passions, and especially about your spiritual beliefs. Okay. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay. Aquarius. We have the full moon happening in your 5th house. This is about romance, children. There could be an aha moment with children or a clarity with children, or this could be a romance of some sort and it's bringing you some emotional problems. This romance or self-expression could be an issue within a group dynamic or a friendship or something within the future or your hopes and dreams, okay? There is a challenge happening in what things you value, your finances, your money. It's like, where is my money? Where did my money go, Aquarius risings? A lot of deceptions, a lot of illusions. Also, you think you have a lot of options and it's really cloudy judgment. You want to really cleanse that energy out. Let me put advice what you can do. You want to focus on long-term goals. Don't focus on the short-term goals. Take your time, pay attention to the details. The details really matter, especially with the Mercury retrograding. Read the fine print. Think long term and take your time. It's about perseverance. It's not about the immediate reactions or immediate things now. It's really about taking your time and focusing on the long term goals. Okay, Aquarius? I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Pisces, this is full moon is happening in your 4th house. That is about your emotions on your home, your family, your past, where you feel safe, your security, and it's not working great with your public image or your stage or your reputation or, your career. And then you have some deception within yourself. It's like you are yourself confused. Okay, Pisces risings. Domestic past and confusion. There's going to be a closure happening, a culmination of some sort that's happening, and it's all about being responsible and also thinking about the world, the collective, but being responsible also is what that card, because that card represents Saturn. That card is very positive because it is bringing you closure. There is a graduation of some sort. You are a Pisces rising. You have Saturn in the sign Pisces in your 1st house. You have Neptune in the sign Pisces in your 1st house. So really being serious and responsible in regards to the spirituality and your emotions. This Gemini full moon is going to help bring that out and let you understand that the closure in order to succeed spiritually is coming for you. And and it's going to be communicated, and maybe something from your past is going to be brought up to your current future, or something that is conflicting your public image or your career will be a challenge, but this challenge is going to help you bring success into your life. Okay. Every time there is a square, there always is a challenge, but the challenge is going to be a lesson. I always believe in life lessons. Okay. That is what we have for our full moon. And I'm still not done. Usually I do the horoscopes last, but I put them dead in the middle. Now we are going to talk about Mercury retrograding, and it's going to go direct at 12:56 a.m. It's also going to trine. Let me actually put the chart back up here. Here we go. Mercury, December 15th, actually. Mercury is going to go direct here, December 15th, and then it's also going to trine Mars. Okay, so really having an energy and thinking at the same time. Once this goes direct, first of all, Mercury is all about reflecting, redoing, repeating, taking your time. Okay, when it goes direct, then these disruptions are going to be more positive. Okay, clearer communication, smoother travel, implementing plans to formulate that you had going on during the retrograde is going to move forward. So like I have a friend who's moving, physically moving from one place to another. That's going to get better. Communication is going to get better. Contracts are going to get better. Okay. But this is going to be enhancing communication, exploration and travel, and philosophical insights and improvement. Okay, being rude and blunt, that will have some more discernment. Okay, now it's going to be fully out of its shadow phase. Let me see if I have the dates here, Mercury dates here. Fully out of its shadow phase, January 2nd. That is when you are fully in the clear. Okay, now I do want you to understand that it's going to trine that Mars, which is retrograding, and Mars is the planet of war, but it's also the planet of energy. Okay, so enhance communication, but now you got the energy and the action to back it up. Okay, and Leo energy is very expressive, is very creative, and so now you can speak with creative expressions and really express yourself truly and be bold and courageous while still understanding, because that Mercury is about understanding, that there could be a conflict on the horizon, but it's fine. You can probably have more discernment with Mercury being out of retrograde, okay, being direct, okay. Just remember to reflect before you act, because your thinking process is now working better, and engage in open dialogue. And you can channel some creativity with this too, because that trine is very positive. It's just going to land on your lap. This is also like great news for any kind of leaders or presidents, because that Mars retrograding in Leo is about a president and redoing something in regards to leader, or something with an influencer, or something with children, or something with someone who is a celebrity of some sort. And now the news is going to be positive. So let's see how that affects Jayz, who I was talking about earlier, or maybe the news of the influencers and how they are something with Disney, which I have to look up Disney's natal chart, but just influencers in their work. Maybe that will be brought back up too. Okay. Yeah. So that is what we have individually. This is going to enhance communication, increase optimism, and opportunities for learning something new and explore different perspectives in regards to relationships. Mercury being direct, clearer communications, conversations will flow better. Partnerships may benefit in sharing some intellectual pursuits, or maybe discussions of traveling. As a collective, discussions about big ideas and social issues and philosophical topics be smoother, and media and communication channels will focus more on stories of growth and optimism and expansion. Who doesn't love that? Okay. Now, that is what we have for today. If you guys want more, of course, I have more. Check out, hit that bell, or if you are listening to this via podcast, please don't forget to subscribe or follow, or whatever it says, that button you need to do. Download this episode, and yeah, you shall receive more. Okay. Sign up for my newsletter, because I do that every week, so you guys can so I can stay in touch with you in case social media or any type of platform tries to cut me off of their platform. You wouldn't have to worry, because I will have your email and I can be like, now I'm here. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. I will see you guys tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Wednesday. I should be back. All right. Bye.